Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday indeed. You know, I went live yesterday with the Fitness Focus Freedom message that we have on Fridays. Fitness Focus Freedom Friday. A little bit of a tongue twister. And I was so excited because I was signed up for a mountain bike race that was going to start at 7 o'clock this morning. And late last night, we got a message that it was going to rain in Kansas. Oh, look at that. You can't even see outside. I thought the lighting was going to be good enough that you'd be able to see the rain. So the race got canceled. Little bit of a heartbreak. I'm not going to lie to you. I really needed to get out and do something. Like the last couple of weeks here, we've been productive in the office. We've been great with our clients. We've been getting projects done. It's not like it's not a debilitating, depression or anything. But I have felt a little bit of angst. I felt a little bit like a little bit of a bottled up sensation. And I just knew that if I've signed up for this race, and I was like, man, I'm just looking forward to going to this race. And it's not just the physical activity. Like if it was just the physical activity, I could go to the gym. Right? But it was like the spirit of competition. Like we haven't been at the races in a few months. Our season ends in the spring for mountain bike racing. And so I haven't really competed in a while. I did that gravel race thing, I think was at the beginning of August or end of July. And so it's been a while. And I'm the kind of person that needs that kind of an outlet. So I was really looking forward to it, and then it got canceled. So with that, I decided to be super productive today with the unexpected time and get some work done on our projects. Now, the good news is our project that we're doing for the town of Pleasant View, we're actually ahead of schedule on. So the work that we're doing for Pleasant View, we're building them a directory website for all the businesses in their town, and each business gets their own directory listing, the availability for pictures, reviews, and comments, and all these things, and it's searchable and that's going great. We are all caught up with all of the content that they have given us for the website, and now we're just waiting for the last couple of straggling businesses to get their content in so we can get that website published and share it with you. To be honest, this is one of those websites where sometimes you work on a project and you go, it's a customer's project, we can't share it, right? It's like it's theirs. Like if I do an internal training platform for a large corporation, I can't show you their training content. It's their content, right? Private information. It's theirs. It's their PI. If you're in the corporate world, you would say that, well, that's PI, right? But this is a forward-facing community website. So I'm very much looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Joel with Common Thriving, we've had him up for about a month now. 3 weeks or a month. I think everything's going really well there. We did his updates today. I did see a small improvement for him to make in his website. So while we were doing the updates, we do those about once a week or so. We do all the updates for plugins and cores and all that. When we were doing the update, I noticed that he didn't have an avatar on his Fluent booking tool. So I made him a quick tutorial like, hey, I noticed you didn't have an avatar. They did a really good job on hiding that feature in the platform. Let me show you where that's at and where you would upload your picture. And hopefully that's like a value-added thing. So when people host with Mañana No Mas, it's not like they're hosting, and not that it's bad hosting, but like let's say you signed up for Cloudways. Cloudways isn't going to send you an email that says, hey, I was looking at your website and I saw something that might make your website better. Like, that's just not going to happen. When's the last time Bluehost said, hey, I audited your website and I thought you might want to try this instead? Like, that doesn't happen. And so when clients choose to host with Mañana No Mas, they're getting the hosting, the maintenance, and the attention to detail that kind of, quite honestly, differentiates you from customer to client, right? Like, so a customer, like, subscribes to a service. A client subscribes to the service and receives service at a higher level. And so we're just really thrilled that we've been able to make some inroads here in the community and do these local jobs. So that's cool. Now, what is the purpose of this live? 5 minutes in and you're going, what is Kurt talking about today? Oh my God, it's Saturday. What does this guy ever stop? I do stop. I do take naps. Believe it or not, I take naps. But here's the news for today, and I'm going to throw this up on a screen share for you. This is coming from demand. So a very wise man, Chris Badgett, he says, Kurt, things come down to product market fit. You want to have your audience, you want to have your community, you want to have your tribe, you want to have them pull the product from you. And this has been a long ways coming. I mean, in 2016, I was John Maxwell certified for leadership, speaking and training. That was 9 years ago, right? So let's break this out, right? So over the last 9 years since I've been certified in this skill set, what have I really done to push it? Well, I'm on about 5 podcasts a week. So with these podcasts that I'm on, the Membership Machine Show, WP Tonic, the Agency Action show that we're doing, the Mañana No Mas podcast. The Mañana No Mas podcast has had a ton of great guests lately. If you haven't listened to our podcast in a while, you need to go look it up anywhere, right? So it'll be on iTunes. I distribute it through Spotify, so I like Spotify. But it's also on YouTube, and you can go to mañananomas.com. In our posts, in the Mañana No Mas posts, we always put our new podcasts in. And we always start the title with like episode 110, episode 111. And so you'll know that you're getting to a podcast post. But anyway, tons of exposure in that way. And with all this speaking and with all of these shows and all of this consulting work that we do through Mañana No Mas, it has become rather apparent to me that there would be a value in me offering one-on-one coaching to different business owners and possibly like freelancers looking to grow into the agency space. Now, we're already launching a full course on how to start your own successful WordPress agency, but it's really a digital agency, right? So we are already launching that, and that's on wpagencyacademy.com. But if you go to kurtvananen.com, and this is just kind of a fun website for me. This isn't really meant, up until today, it wasn't really meant to drive business. It was just kind of a home base for Kurt stuff. But if you go to kurtvananen.com now, you're going to see, you can say coaching now available, limited sessions, grab your session. And you're going to notice right away when you get to this page and you scroll down to the bottom past the description, you're going to notice that there are 2 different selections. So one is the coaching icebreaker. So that's the first meeting. So the first meeting is the icebreaker. You simply just go into the calendar, pick the date that you want, and select the date that you want, right? So you're going to say, I want to do the 31st. I want to do it at 10:30. I want to say next. And you're going to put in your information, pay your $100. It reserves your spot. And I'll see you at that meeting for an icebreaker conversation. Easy peasy. Now, if you are already a coaching client with me directly, one-on-one, and you want to electronically schedule your appointments out instead of like emailing me back and forth, we've got a couple of folks where we've been doing the email game and setting things up on the calendar. You don't need to do that anymore. And you're going to receive an email from me anyway that explains this. But you can go right into the page and you can say, hey, one-to-one recurring sessions. Our sessions are $150 a piece. They're 45 minutes long. And here you would just say, boom, I'm going to go right in here. I'm going to select my time, say next, and put in your information. And you're going to pay the $150 and you're going to move on. It's going to secure your day, put you on my schedule, and we'll get together at that time and have your session. Now, these sessions, to be like super, super clear, the icebreaker session is to figure out, do we even want to work together? Like one-on-one. Like you might have seen my content. You may have seen me on one of the 5 podcasts a week I do. You may have seen one of my lives. You may have seen some websites that I've made in the past. Maybe you've attended, maybe you came with Marine Max and you saw me present in Las Vegas, or you were at Dealer Week with the Marine Retailers Association and you saw me present there, or you know me from the John Maxwell IMC down in Orlando, Florida. You know, whatever the situation is that you know me from, there's always that question mark of like, is this really someone I want to do business with? Is this someone that I really want to be intimate with and share details of my life and have them help me goal set and attain things in my business? I think that that is a super important thing to consider. Not everything is a perfect fit. So let's do the icebreaker first. That's only $100. You spend the 100, you book your time, we do the icebreaker. During that icebreaker session, we're gonna cover things like, who are you? What's your business? What are your main struggle points? What goals are you looking to attain? What are you looking to gain from the coaching sessions with Kurt? Like, and if I'm the guy, I'm the guy. If I'm not the guy, I have the integrity to tell you, whoa, 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 this is a little bit out of my purview, right? You probably really need an attorney, or you probably really need somebody else. But if it's a good fit for my skill set and what I do with helping other businesses, I absolutely want to work with you. And when we work with people one on one, it's not like when I'm doing the mastermind with Lifter LMS and there's 12 people asking questions and you might get a piece of guidance or a gold nugget or a tidbit here that you can take and apply. When we have our 45-minute sessions, that is a focused 45-minute session on you, your goals, your obstacles, and how we're going to find opportunities within those obstacles and help you find success. That to me is that time's almost irreplaceable. That time is almost irreplaceable. I think about just as an example, I do the training for Hero Hub on the fixed operations training, and we use the Power Sport Academy that's mine. So I built the Power Sport Academy after I left Suzuki. So I was the trainer for Ducati, I was the trainer for Suzuki, and then I made the Power Sport Academy. And now the Power Sport Academy is the vendor for Hero Hub on fixed operations training. In our experience, people that have taken our training in the past, on average, have seen a business increase in revenue of 47%. That's huge. So while I sign up with you and say, hey, I could be your coach, I'm not going to say, hey, I guarantee that you're going to make 50% more sales next year. I mean, that's just not responsible, right? You and I have to work together, have to figure out what your goals are. Maybe your goals aren't even financial. Maybe they're relational. Maybe they're building internal culture within your business. Like, so we have to identify, we have to kind of, deconstruct things a little bit and figure out, what are your real goals? What is your real motivation for those goals? And then what are the next steps that we're going to take to attain those goals, but celebrate the milestones along the way. Like, how are we going to manage this process? And that's what the coaching is going to bring forth for you. So I want to be super, super clear. Have I coached before? Yes. Ask any one of the 300 motorcycle dealerships that I've had influence with in the last 10 years. Ask, any of the automotive dealerships that I've helped from a service fixed operations perspective. Ask any one of the course creators that have come through Lifter LMS's mastermind and office hours calls. Ask any of the clients that have come through Lifter LMS for the Ask Us Anything call, right? Like the whole pre-sales call that we do. This whole thing is about figuring out where people are at, strategizing exactly, like an honest snapshot. Where are you at? Are you lying to yourself? Are you lying to your family? Are you lying to your friends? Or are you being truthful about where you're at? So find out like where you're at, what are your goals, and what are the next steps to get there? And then how do we manage that with a little, just a smidge of accountability? I mean, I'm not going to yell at you and tell you you're a loser, but I'm going to use creative, diplomatic language to try to inspire you to find your success. And that's what coaches are really meant to do. So I'm super excited about it. If you want to get a session with me, go to kurtvonanen.com, book yourself a session. I would love to get a few people on some icebreakers in the next week or two, and then start to lay out the schedule, especially going into fall and winter. Power sports kind of slows down in the summer, but it's the opposite for me because during the summer, they don't want to do training, right? So it's very much a cyclical business. So now that we're coming into the fall, I'm going to increase with the power sports training. We're also going to increase with the marine training we do because we work directly with the Marine Retailers Association and train marine dealerships on how to increase their business through business processes and sales and communication and leadership and all those fun things. Folks, This to me is, like I said, it's been a long time coming. I'm going to be making some content about it over the next couple of weeks as we unveil like what this whole coaching thing looks like, smells like, tastes like. It might be a change in speed for some folks in dealing with me, but a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of people have had the benefit of receiving coaching from me without being in a real coaching relationship. And to be honest, I say they've had the benefit of it, but that means they've actually sold themselves short. Because when you're part of a group call or a mastermind, or you have me in one of your needs assessments as a sales engineer, when that's happening and you're getting a piece of Kurt, in as part of something else, you're not getting that focused attention that a real coaching session is going to bring to you. Now, I don't know how long it's been since you've had a professional focus on you, but that's a pretty cool thing. When you have a professional sit with you one-on-one and really go through the meat of the matter with you and structure a strategy to find success and then help you babysit that strategy through the milestones, that's where the magic can happen. That's where the rubber meets the road. And so super excited about it. I hope that if you're seeing this, if you're one of the early adopters and you jump in, I'm hoping you get in before the schedule fills up too much. I've only got a certain amount of time. I've got people in my circles. They go, Kurt, how do you do all this stuff? Well, I'm really good at project management. Just to be honest with you, I'm just really good at time blocking and managing my time. But still, there are limited slots available. And as those slots begin to fill up, you know what's going to happen to the rate. When the demand exceeds the supply will increase in value. So now's the time. If you want to book a session with me, be an early adopter, get your name on the schedule, and I will see you one-on-one very shortly. Folks, have yourself an absolutely wonderful day and great weekend. I know I said I was disappointed earlier because the mountain bike race was canceled, but I think, as you can see, I've been busy. I made myself busy, and so we're knocking that out of the park. Have yourself a great one, and I'll talk to you maybe next week. Bye-bye.